quarter. And the 99W is Edwin Wells out of Morrilton, Arkansas, the 99W.
The defending winner of this event, Troy Jarovitz out of Iowa Falls, Iowa, will make up inside row number 2. And to his outside, the Bionic Banana, a little Weaver Fever, Randy Weaver out of Little Rock, Arkansas, on the 8.
Going to row number 3, it'll be Joe Payne out of Concord, Arkansas, the 7. And Hayden Hartwick out of Tumbling Shoals, Arkansas, the 06.
Inside row number 4 out of England, Arkansas, it'll be Matt Lance in the 13J. To his outside, new entry here tonight. We saw him run second as he raced in the modified. That's going to be Zane DeVilbiss out of Farmington, New Mexico, in the DeVilbiss Race Cars 18Z.
There you have it.
That's a little special guest up here.
Yeah, special is right.
The Animal Jeff Taylor.
I can't believe he couldn't find a ride for this deal.
He was in it last year.
I know he was. Yeah, the old animal up here.
7 cars, 15 laps the distance in heat race number 2 of the Schoenfeld Headers Mid-America Stock Car Championship. It'll be Heath Philpott, Edwin Wells going to fire off turns 3 and 4. Top 3 going to the big show. Not a good start for Philpott as Wells takes us into turn number 1.
They'll work on down into turn number 1 and 2. Man, the Philpott machine just not coming up to speed there. Hampered the run of the 0-1, a defending champion, Troy Jarovitz. Jarovitz is going to roll the bottom. They'll go 3 deep and sell her cheap. Almost fanned out 4 wide down there into turn number 3. Look at this. It is big-time action down the front straightaway. Here comes the old Weaver Fever, Flying Fossil, Bionic Banana, whatever you want to call the old guy. He's got some Geritol behind the wheel tonight.
And now we got a battle for the lead as well. Here comes Hartwick to the inside of Edwin Wells. Philpott in the middle of the sandwich between Weaver and Jarovitz. My, oh my, I love some stock car action at Batesville Motor Speedway. 2 in the books, 13 to go, and here comes Jarovitz. Here comes the 18 of Zippy D, Zane DeVilbiss. 6 cars for 3 transfer spots.
Boy, howdy, I tell you, welcome aboard on a little Facebook Live look-in Friday night. It's Full Moon Friday. I tell you what, there is more excitement in the back seat of a car after a hometown football game right now. Working it into turn number 1 and 2. 06 of Hayden Hartwick started back there in the number 6 spot. He is motored to the race lead. Here comes Jarovitz on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll bring Zippy D with him in the pink 18Z. Weaver still holding on to the yellow 8W.
What a race so far in this one for the books. 11 laps remaining. Zippy D, Zane DeVilbiss started 8th. Weaver going to cross him over. Says, let me show you this move. And we got this one from back in 1980. Here comes Randy Weaver through the middle. Jarovitz on the bottom. Zane DeVilbiss up top. Hartwick going to hold on to the lead, but here comes your defending race winner.
Remember 1 year ago at this event, Jarovitz had to come out of a B main on Saturday. He does not want to double that again this year. Does not want that repeat. He wants to be in tonight. DeVilbiss right there, going to squeeze him to the crete. Hartwick right there. They're going to be 4 wide. Down the front straight and now back to 3 wide. Look at this. Back into turn numbers 1 and 2 we go. They will go 3 wide. DeVilbiss there. Here comes Jarovitz. Watch Weaver. The 06 of Hartwick. You've got company, and you're in trouble because Zippy D and Jed are down on the bottom as they hurry off at turn number 4. Jarovitz, your race leader.
Hartwick goes from 1st to 3rd and maybe 4th because here comes Weaver. Jarovitz has the lead. DeVilbiss a little slider there in 3 and 4 right across the nose of Hartwick. Now Weaver looking for 2nd down the back straightaway. A DeVilbiss versus a B&B for the 2nd spot. Jarovitz from Iowa Falls, Iowa, looking to make it a Hawkeye, a back-to-back heat race win. DeVilbiss looking to spoil the party. He started dead last on the field, started 8th. Right now he runs 2nd. We're halfway through this one.
Jarovitz right there. Now you see DeVilbiss right there with a diamond move off at 2 and down the back straightaway. Going to swing low, swing high. He'll go back to the top of the racetrack. Down on the bottom side, the General's got Jed behind the wheel. He still is your race leader. The 18Z machine of DeVilbiss in the number 2 spot. Weaver and Hartwick. Look at DeVilbiss. Got a big run right to the rear bumper. Now he'll swing to the outside down into 3 and 4.
Randy Weaver has separated himself from Hartwick. Good battle for the lead. Got DeVilbiss up top. Jarovitz on the bottom. He has stayed right around the hub of the racetrack this whole time. DeVilbiss has covered every inch of this racetrack on his way to the front. Battle for the lead once again. DeVilbiss going to diamond down the back straightaway. Jarovitz going to try to pull him on the bottom of the racetrack. Good battle out front, side by side for the lead with 4 laps to go.
Working it on in there. You see DeVilbiss keeping his momentum up. Did he get him? Got him. It'll be DeVilbiss by 9 1/1000ths of a second to the race lead. Jarovitz is trying to keep it down there on the bottom of the straightaways, keep that moisture and grab some grip. But now is DeVilbiss had been watching his line. He is going to take it away. And DeVilbiss still your race leader here with 3 laps to go.
What a heat race this has been as they start to fan out a little bit. Jerevitz not going away lightly. He's going to slide in there in 1 and 2. Pull to the side of the 18Z machine. DeVille's going to carry his momentum after running on the top of 1 and 2. Now Weaver's got company. Here comes Harwood with a little late life in that 06 machine. Jerevitz going to pull around there to the left rear quarter panel of DeVille's, but 2 to go in this one.
We'll see the white flag waving next time. Jerevitz back on the inside. DeVille's going to use that momentum and gravity speed down the back straightaway. He'll send it on into turn number 3 to the top. Grab it, then drive it back down just like he does in turn 1 and 2. The white flag's out. DeVilbiss, 1 to go. Jerevitz on the call.
4 corners remain in heat race number 2. What a dandy it has been. We still got 4 more to go after this one. Jerevitz going to try to get one more run through turn 3 for the final time. Jerevitz on the bottom, DeVilbiss up top. Weaver's got the 3rd and final transfer spot. Race to the line from last to first. Zippy D. Zane DeVilbiss win heat race number 2. Jerevitz moving up to a 2nd. And Weaver, your 3rd and final transfer with Hardwick, Payne, Wells, Philpott, and Lance. Your Phil.
Well, they say if you have a bad draw, you just race your way out of it. Or if you don't even show up on Thursday and got to start last, you race your way in. And that's exactly what Zane DeVilbiss has done. So it'll be DeVilbiss, Jerevitz, and Weaver, your top 3 cars, locking into tomorrow night. Heat race number 3 for IMCA Sunoco Stock Cars, Jeremy Bradley out of Gardendale, Texas in the 25, and Hayden Lynn, Little Rock, Arkansas, the 26 junior.
Inside run-up of Hensley, Arkansas will be the 67 of Scott Earl, and his outside at a Bryant, the 14G of Casey Finley.
Gonna go to row number 3, 25X, that's the Gentle Giant from Hayes, Kansas, Troy Burkhart. And from Bryan, Arkansas, the 5F, is Drake Finley.
Inside run number 4, a one-time Chris Lloyd at Peach Orchard, Arkansas. That 1X machine at his outside. New entry tonight. Used to see him in a modified. It's going to be Heath Grizzle in the 42 machine out of Drasco, Arkansas. 8 cars, 15 laps the distance. And oh my, that heat race before Heat 2 got me all excited. I don't know how Heat 3 is going to top it. We're going to certainly try.
Well, we'll give it a shot. It is stock cars. Like we said, great to have each and every way tune in for a little free Full Moon Friday look in on the Facebook Live. We'll give you this heat race and the next, unless maybe you get to getting some viewers and making some comments. Here we go. Off of turn number 4. The green's up. We're underway. It'll be a drag race on down into turn number 1 and 2. Lynn and Bradley going to roll on in there. Watch that 25X of Troy Burkhart on the bottom. Oh, boy, she's going to get right tight and ready to excite down into turn number 3. It will be crosstown traffic. Hang on to it, boys. 3 wide, now almost 4 wide, down the front straightaway to lap number 1.
Hayden Lynn leads lap number 1, 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Got Earl to meet in a sandwich of Kansas and Texas. Burkhart going to slide up for the 2nd spot. Earl going to cross him over side by side between the 25X machine and the 67. And Burkhart's going to have the edge. Now he's going to pull in on the 26 junior of Lynn. What a race already. 3 wide back there for the 4th position.
Oh, Doctor, what a run you got up front. It will be Hayden Lynn, Troy Burkhart out of Hayes, America, working that 25X car down to the inside of the racetrack. Now the battle for the number 3 spot. Scott Earl in the 67 and Drake Finley in the 5F. They will lock horns down the front straightaway side by side to turn number 1 and 2. Finley in the 5 to the bottom. Now crossover by Scott Earl. He comes back to the 3rd spot and puts Finley back to 4th, but I don't think she's over yet, Wesley.
Nowhere near. We got dear old dad right there behind him as Casey Finley coming off a $5,000 win over here at the Batesville Motor Sprint in a factory style a couple weeks ago. He's got his sights on his teammate, the 5F, his son, Drake Finley. Scott Earl says, hey, I want to beat you both. I got the 3rd and final transfer. Oh, we got one around. That's the 25 and the 42 in turn number 2.
Everybody's going to keep going. We're going to stay green flag down the front straightaway. Race leader still Hayden Lynn, Troy Burkhart. Now the battle for 3rd. Look at this. You got a 3-car hustle and tussle. Down into 2. It will be Scott Earl, the 67, Casey Finley, the white 14G, and Drake Finley to the inside of the 5F car. They'll work at 3 wide off at turn number 4. Contact, right side romance, left side 11. You had it all right there. A little 11 touch and squeeze, and I just made a phone call. Caller number 7 for the Journey tickets. Yellow's out. Oh. Yellow is out. Got one around on the back straightaway.
That was starting to get good there as we got one around. That's the 42 of Heath Grizzle going around at Drasco. There's a 1X of Chris Lloyd. Pulls up the infield. Looks like he's going to be done for his heat race. Tough luck for the driver at Peach Orchard, Arkansas. The A-to-Z Sansamore Unico Bank Cadillac chassis. As it'll be Lynn out front. I love this. When you get them bunched back up, it makes things awful interesting. So it'll be Lynn out front. Burkhart will have lane choice. Casey Finley up to the third and final transfer spot last time by Drake Finley for Scott Earl fifth. As Casey Finley trying to show his son how to get it done and get to a transfer spot. Drake Finley was your fourth fastest qualifier last night, so that's why he started outside row number 3. And Burkhart will elect the bottom. That nearly came back to bite Murdy in heat race number 1, and we saw it get an awful tight in heat race number 2 by Jerovich choosing the bottom.
Well, we'll see what happens. Of course, Burkhart knows something a little different down there than we do up here. Getting a feel for the racetrack. I tell you what, full moon's out. Some of the improvements, I noticed a lot of improvements that Mooney and Connie have put in here. New concession area back there. Sounds like a winter project in the pit area is bathrooms and showers. So a lot of great improvements have been done on grounds and are scheduled here at Batesville Motor Speedway to make the racer experience even better every time they come here. And speaking of come, here we come and go to turn number 1 with the green flag back out.
Burkhart, big slider inbound on Lynn for the lead. 3 wide down the backstretch. Hayden Lynn going to separate between the 14G of Finley and the 25X of Burkhart. He said, why not try her twice? He's going to slide up the speedway, get on the binders. Finley going to try to take advantage as Hayden Lynn continues to lead with 8 to go.
On down into turn number 1 and 2. Troy Burkhart back to the bottom side. Going to let her slow it on up to the top. Hayden Lynn going to cross him over. There he is. Casey Finley there to the number 3 spot. Feel the rock and roll down into turn number 3 and 4. Working on into turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Got him at the line. Oh boy. They was loving, touching, squeezing for the lead. And Burkhart shot out to the advantage with the race lead.
I like to call a little Molly Hatchet special. Flirting with disaster there as Hayden Lynn got all sorts of sideways after contact with Troy Burkhart. Car around turn number 2. And that's the 25 machine, I believe, of Jeremy Bradley, who was your pole setter out of Gardendale, Texas. Will bring out our second caution flag, race number 3.
So he's on around down there. Burkhart, your race leader. Hayden Lynn, Casey Finley, your top 3 transfer cars as they sit right now at the halfway point with 7 down and 8 to go.
I was a little skeptical after heat race number 1. I mean, Murdy drove his way to the front. Heat race number 2 got me all excited. Heat race number 3 has been a dandy so far.
Well, stock cars, every heat race is.
I'm telling you, I love them. I'm so glad we got stock cars here at the Batesville Motor Speedway.
Heat race 1 was like foreplay, and then it just started to escalate from there.
Oh, yes. It's gotten great.
Anyway, that's how they tell me it happens. I don't know.
Well, you know about the dog over there on the wall.
Yeah,
so we know about that.
I have read about the birds and bees. On up front is that 25X machine of Troy Burkhart from Hays, Kansas.
If he can win this, wouldn't that be our third different state, third different winner from a starting position? DeVilbiss from 8th, Murdy from 6th, and Burkhart from 5th, if he can hold on.
There you go. Working ever so easy into turn number 3 and 4. It's Burkhart's pace to set. Everybody was getting a little antsy on the throttle. I don't know. This one's coming back. This one's coming back. Sure, the second row is going to get a little talking to from Clint to stay behind the leader. You can't be up in his door.
Hey, Bradley was ready for that start, though. After bringing out the caution, he was gaining 3 positions.
I know, but you got to wait for the green light and the leader to take off.
You know, there is that small bit.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's just this thing that's supposed to happen. You know, you can't pass the leader before the green or get up beside him on both sides.
I thought that was a suggestion.
Yeah, I just
apparently not.
I thought that was going to be like one of them menage and twanging things for the race lead. They were like the 3 wide or something. They were having like a 3 thing going on down there. Like a turkey or a hat trick or something like that for the lead.
It's cold enough to play hockey over there. It don't get really cold enough for that over here, but okay.
Oh, I do love hockey. Hockey season's right around the corner.
It is.
Oh, here we go. Speaking of hockey, time to slap the puck off at turn number 4. Come across the blue line to the green flag, and it is up, and we're back underway.
Lane Choi's going to get Lynn there as he's going to slide on back in that 3rd spot. Here comes the 25 of Bradley. We talked about him shot out of a cannon on that last restart. He's going to try to close on the 67 to 5F. Right now, it's going to be a breakaway for Burkhart. Here comes Drake Finley on the bottom. Oh, don't want to try to climb that wall. We learned how that works in heat race number 1 as we got 6 laps to go in heat race number 3.
The old gentle giant, Troy Burkhart out front, followed by Casey Finley. Look at the action. 26 junior of Hayden Lynn is under stiff competition. Oh, somebody got something. Seen a bunch of sparks down the back straightaway. Not sure if it was the wall or something out from under one of the cars. As we'll keep an eye on that, as it's still a great battle for the third and final transfer spot.
I think that was Burkhart, little snakes and sparklers down the back straightaway, side-by-side contact between the two Little Rock natives. As you got Drake Finley out of Bryant, the 26 junior of Hayden Lynn. Right now battling for the final transfer spot. Car round in turn number 2, and that's a 25 machine. Yeah, that was a little Joe Dirt special there.
Yep, that's his second caution.
For Burkhart.
He'll have to do there. Big shout out. A couple people watching on a little free look in. Bo Partain from Casa Grande, Arizona. Driver the 75C stock car. Get down there to see him in a couple weeks.
Tracy Clay's watching.
Oh, she is?
Tracy Clay's watching.
I miss me some Tracy. We had a good time at the beach, me and Tracy, on the Clash at the Coast. There's some things I can tell you, and there's a lot I can't. I was sworn to secrecy. Tracy said, you tell anybody about this, and so help me. And I said, not a problem, Tracy. My lips are sealed.
Tell me afterward.
I mean, listen to, the Boardwalk song. You'll kind of get adjusted what maybe didn't happen. But now we had a good time Clash at the Coast, and boy, howdy are we set to go back this February and March of the Clash at the Coast, Southern Raceway, and, of course, Northwest Florida Speedway, and we're taking the stock cars this year. Oh, boy.
They are going to put on a heck of a show out there.
Through days on the beach, mods and stocks at night. Oh. Bad thing of it is I get in trouble on that day off. Might have to head down and have some margaritas or something.
Back to action. Heat race number 3 of the stock cars. Good restart there for Will to take the second spot right back. And here comes Son looking to the inside of dear old Dad. As Casey Finley going to try to hold off the 5F. And Casey, way up the racetrack. That opens the door for the 5F machine for the final transfer spot. Just a few laps remaining in this one. 10 in, 5 to go. Good battle for the final transfer position.
On down the back straightaway, going to see that 25X of Troy Burkhart, your race leader, followed by Hayden Lynn and Casey Finley. They work their way down the front straightaway. Battle on for the number 3 spot. That is between Finley and Finley. The 14G of Casey's got it. The 5F of Drake wants it. They'll hurry off with 2 and down the back straightaway.
Who is going to get the better of the Finleys? Is going to be Dad or Son? And Casey Finley up top, Drake Finley on the bottom. Finley duking it out with the final transfer position. It's a 2-car breakaway out front as Lynn has closed on Burkhart, but he's running out of laps. Just 2 laps remaining in this one.
They'll hurry on down the back straightaway. The gentle giant, Troy Burkhart, out of Hays, Kansas, your leader. But, man, the Finleys are putting a show on back there. Keep an eye on this one. Sean Ritter from Keystone tuned in and watching. Down the front straightaway they go. White flags out. Battle for that 3rd and final precious transfer spot.
Drake Finley on the bottom. Casey Finley up top. Who's going to get it? Looks like Drake's going to have a pretty good run in 3 and 4. We know Burkhart will win it. Lynn goes to 2nd. Drake going to throw a slider on his dad. Slider right on up, leaving the outside. And Drake Finley grabs the final transfer spot.
So it'll be Troy Burkhart, Hayden Lynn, and Drake Finley, your top 3 transfer cars. Getting ready to move on to Schoenfeld Headers qualifier number 4 and final on the Full Moon Friday Facebook free live look-in. After this one, Facebookers, you got time to head out to IMCA TV, get it purchased up, and watch the rest of the evening. It'll be Scooter Scruggs out of Little Rock, Arkansas, the red and yellow 43, and Will Aycock out of Thornton, Arkansas, the 5.
We head to inside row number 2 to Dover, Arkansas. It'll be the Mud Duck Tommy Newman, the 43, and his outside. To Brooklyn, Arkansas, the 86 of Jeremy Russell.
Going to row number 3, it'll be 250. Just seen his dad pick up the heat race number, or the qualifier number 3 from the same starting spot. That'll go roll from number 5, Tathan Burkhart out of Hays, Kansas. And the 1 is T.J. Herndon out of Atwood, Tennessee. Final starter going to be the 13 of Darren Long out of Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Tracy's not happy with you.
Why? What'd she say?
She said she's going to get you.
Oh, on the boardwalk, on the sun, under the boardwalk. Well, hey, tell her she's going to give me. Well, I'll be here tomorrow. Show starts at 7:30, Tracy. Come on. Tracy will be here tomorrow. Oh, boy, I might have to call in sick now. Oh, here we go, girl. Take a look at them. On down the front straightaway. They were 3 deep. Going to sell them cheap down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, boy. It'll be Scooter Scruggs right there to the race lead. Watch that Troy Atwood machine, that blue machine. It is on fire to the bottom of the racetrack as they'll go 3 wide off a turn number 4 down the straightaway. It will be at the line. Oh boy, she's close for second. It'll be Scruggs, Herndon, and Aycock.
As TJ Herndon wasted a little time, started 6th in this heat race. Scruggs going to try to cross him up down the backstretch to the lead in a lap and a half. We're 3 wide back there for 4th with the Mud Duck, Tominu, Burkhart, and Russell. And new leader on lap number 2, it's the Atwood Outlaw.
We will see TJ Herndon out front in the 1, Scooter Scruggs and Will Aycock. Your 1, 2, and 3 runners. Here comes Tathan Burkhart. Burkhart in the 250. Does want to do what his dad did. He'd like to win, but man, if he could finish 3rd, at least he locks himself in. And they are into tomorrow night's 10 grand to win. Yep, that's right, Matt Heidelbaugh. 10 grand, 800 to start. Get a stock car loaded up. You can still race your way in with Bomb Pop tomorrow. On down the back straightaway, it's going to be Herndon, but look at this. Here comes a 250 of Burkhart. Hang on.
Will Aycock going to lose part of the hood there, waving to the fans as he goes by, and going to also wave goodbye to that 3rd and final transfer position as Burkhart will move to that spot. But Aycock on the outside looking in. Now Scooter Scruggs going to be under fire from the 250, and the Mud Duck Tommy New got big slaughter back there for the 5th spot as Darren Long threw that one from left field, and Russell going to be able to cross him back over.
Coming on down to the front straightaway, going to be looking at 3 to go for TJ Herndon. Scruggs has now got that 250 of Burkhart down to the inside of the racetrack. Burkhart's a-looking. Nothing to be had quite yet, but Burkhart's got a run. Here comes Tathan. 250 to the inside. They work on down. 3 to go, and he's got the number 2 spot by a car length. It will be Tathan Burkhart by 1/10 of a second to second.
Scooter Scruggs trying to scoot his way back to that 2nd position. Going to roll the outside, and Burkhart said, see you later. I'm going to go set my sights on the Atwood Outlaw. Atwood, Tennessee's TJ Herndon leading the way right now. The Mud Duck Tommy New going to have to rally in the final 8 laps of this one as he sets his sights on the fellow 43 of Scooter Scruggs for the final transfer spot.
Oh, got one down to the bottom of turn number 3. Yellow's out. Yellow is out. Yellow is out for the 13 of Darren Long. Took him a long time to spin that thing out. He started over in turn 2. Got looped up around, but it will be caution, and that is now going to take away that 1.9 second advantage that TJ Herndon had over Tathan Burkhart and take it to about a matter of, well, I'm going to say about 19 inches when we go back to the green.
Give or take a few.
Give or take a few.
As the 5 of Will Aycock pulls off the Speedway with his problems with his hood, he's going to head back to the pit area as the 13 of Darren Long rejoins the back of the pack. You know, they do those long spins like that just for dramatic effect. It's like a...
Well, he started spinning out like in the middle of 2, and then he got going, and then he kept spinning down the back straightaway, and then finally spun it out.
He wants you to get his attention. He wants to get your attention.
Well, he got it.
As looks like we're going to be down to 6 cars for 3 transfer spots, and he raced number 4, the Atwood Outlaw of TJ Herndon. Took him a lap and a half to get to the lead, and now he's going to have to hold off Hayes, Kansas driver Tathan Burkhart, who's been very good. It took him a couple laps to get rolling, but he has really got that bottom working for him.
We'll find out what happens as they work him on in. It is Herndon right there, your race leader. He'll bring him on into the restart zone. See if everybody stays in line. They do. The green's out. Burkhart's going to go right back to that number 2 spot. Atwood up around the top. Here comes Scooter Scruggs on the bottom. Scruggs with a run. It'll be a crossover. He got back to the 2nd spot, but not for long. Here comes 250. Burkhart back to the inside. Scooter Scruggs on the outside, but it's still Herndon, your race leader, is a battle for 2nd.
Just past halfway, 8 laps complete, 7 laps remaining in heat race number 4 of the IMCA stock cars. Remember, top 3 transfer to tomorrow night's 50-lap feature event, paying $10,000 to the winner. Russell, New, and Long on the outside looking in right now. They're going to have to make a late race charge as we come to 6 to go, and now Burkhart going to set his sights on Herndon once again.
Herndon immediately getting out and making that 1.9 second advantage string out is now it was 0.7 of a second that he's got between himself and the 250 of Burkhart. Working off of turn number 4 this time. Be 5 laps to go. You got a handful, 4 fingers and a thumb to go.
Trying to get to a better spot in one of those B mains is the 86 of Jeremy Russell and the 43 in of the Mud Duck Tommy New. And now New has rallied his way to close in about 3 car lengths on the 43 of Scooter Scruggs. We know Tracy Clay's rooting for. She wants one of her I-30 regulars in Scooter to race his way in. Going to have to hold on for the next 4 laps, and he raced number 4.
They'll work him on down into turn number 1 and 2. Pair of 43s there. Scruggs there in the red and yellow 43. Tommy New in the black and silver 43 NCAR working back there for the third and fourth positions. They'll motor the front straightaway still. TJ Herndon, he has not been able to stretch. Well, actually, he has lost 0.2 of a second to Tathan Burkhart. Burkhart right now quicker by 0.2 of a second, and he is looking to charge him down. Not only does the eye chart not lie, but the speed chart, it will let you know that the 250 is on the move.
So we're watching two battles on the racetrack. Battle for the lead as Burkhart started to close on in on the Atwood Outlaw. And Scooter Scruggs under attack now from Tommy New with just a lap and a half remaining here. New able to keep it down the bottom of the racetrack. Pulls to about 2 car lengths into turns 3 and 4 on the 43 of Scruggs. Burkhart, is he going to run out of time as the white flag waves?
We'll keep with the race for the lead in as they herk it off into turn number 1 and 2. Burkhart comes low. Here he comes. Battle down the back straightaway. Tathan Burkhart. Here comes 250. Herndon's going to lay it down there deep. Burkhart's going to run off the bottom. Who's it going to be at the checkered? It's going to be Herndon, followed by Burkhart. Battle for third now as they were side by side. It'll be the 43 of Scooter Scruggs right there. 1, 2, and 3 are Herndon, Burkhart, and Scruggs.
How about them stock cars?
Oh, I love stock cars.
Gosh.
Don't ever think about changing a thing on these cars. Don't ever think about it. Nothing. Don't change them. They're amazing.
So your 3 transfers from heat race number 4 coming up in the third spot will be Scooter Scruggs at Little Rock, Arkansas. Second will be Tathan Burkhart out of Hayes, Kansas, and TJ Herndon of Atwood, Tennessee will be your winner.
Well, with a full moon on the horizon here at Batesville, heat race number 5's coming out, but, well, you Facebook Live lookers, all you're going to see is the full moon from the confines of your house out your window. If you don't head out there right now, get tonight's rest of the action bought on up, or join us here tomorrow night, 7:30, live on IMCA TV. Thanks for tuning in. Heat race number 5, Schoenfeld headers, qualifier number 5 for your IMCA Sunoco stock cars.